Today, we're looking at how a major rail operator completely transformed its fleet maintenance using a digital scorecard. We're going to break down the challenge they faced, the data-driven solution they built, and the truly remarkable results. So it all started with a really fundamental question. How do you take something as critical as fleet maintenance and move it from subjective, gut feel assessments to something based on objective data? Well, the answer is pretty staggering. An 88% reduction in cleaning defects over just 5 years. Let's dig into how they pulled that off. Okay, so let's start with the challenge. The biggest hurdle was a lack of consistent standards, and that's because everything was based on subjective manual inspections. You see, without any real objective metrics, cleaning quality was all over the map, and trying to benchmark performance, it was basically impossible. To put a number on it, the scale of this problem was huge. Back in 2020, the average inspection was flagging more than 37,000 failure points. This led to a massive performance gap between different parts of the operation. We're talking one service line performing a whopping 150% worse than another. So that was the problem. Now for the solution, a data-driven digital framework. The whole point was to turn messy observations into objective, actionable intelligence. Here's how it worked. They standardized everything around 49 specific KPIs, each with a weighted score. Then they digitized the whole data capture process for real-time automated analysis. And this system was incredibly comprehensive. It covered 6 core assessment areas, from toilets and passenger areas to the exterior, making sure absolutely nothing was overlooked. So, did it work? Well, the results speak for themselves. This was a truly quantifiable transformation of the entire maintenance operation. Remember that huge number from before? Average failure points plummeted from over $37,000 down to just about $4,300. That's that incredible 88% reduction. But it wasn't just about overall improvement. The system also created consistency. That 150% performance gap between service lines, it was completely eliminated. And this wasn't a one-time fix. The progress was sustainable, with consistent year-over-year gains of roughly 50%. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that sustained high-level performance is really driven by systemization. You know, a system like this does more than just measure performance. It actually creates the foundation for a culture of continuous improvement, shifting the entire mindset from reactive to proactive. And that leaves us with a final question for you to think about. What process in your own organization is still relying on subjectivity, and is it ready for its own data-driven transformation?